Alshon, Jeffery, and DeSean Jackson are ruled out again, and this is to the point where it's just disgraceful. This is pathetic. What is up, guys? DJ Eastwood here. Run it back. This is the home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you like lying to yourself. And hit the subscribe button if you're new. I give you these podcast episodes every single day for free. I want my subscription. Let's get into it, man. First of all, I want you guys to do me a favor. Today is my girlfriend's birthday. It's her 28th birthday, and I want to do something. I'm talking quiet because she's downstairs. I don't want her to hear me saying this. I want to do something that's going to be funny. I want as many of my YouTube subscribers as possible to tweet her happy birthday. I hope it's like at least 500 people. It'll be so annoying, and it will be so funny. Her Twitter is Allison_Crawl, ALLYSON_KRALL. I want like 500 people to just randomly tweet her happy birthday. I think it would be great. Myself and Philly Mike are going live on Monday, and we're taking live phone calls. We're going to do it like, radio show style. Hopefully the phone calls aren't a bunch of trolls. Hopefully we get a lot of you with good insight and good questions and things like that on the phone. Here is the phone number. Bam. Write it down. Get ready for Monday at 6 o'clock. Dial that number. Your voice will be live on the stream, and we'll talk to you over the phone, radio show style, myself and Philly Mike from the Philly Talk Podcast. Monday at 6 o'clock. Write down the number. I'll also put the number in the description if you missed this. You don't feel like rewinding the video. All right. Alshon, Jeffery, and DeSean Jackson ruled out again, and this is literally to the point where it is disgraceful. I mean, it's unbelievable. There's first of all, DeSean Jackson has been out so long now that he could have been placed on IR and not taken up a roster spot. Alshon Jeffery has been out for so long now, he could have been placed on the PUP list and not taken up a roster spot. So how does the medical staff and the coaching staff and all of these professionals mess this up for so long? How is the coaching staff and the medical staff convinced that these guys are going to play and then they never play? I can't wrap my mind around it. That professional leaders of a football team are actually like, all right, Alshon's probably going to play this Sunday. He's probably going to play this Sunday. Bam, he's out again. Like, what is going on? What's the process? Does Alshon call them in the morning and be like, nah, bro, my ankle still hurts. Sitting at home? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Somebody explain it to me, please. And ESP had a pretty good tweet. He said, everybody mad at Alshon Jeffery and DeSean Jackson should be mad at Howie Roseman. It's Howie Roseman's fault. Howie Roseman decided to come into this year with two 30-plus-year-old injury-prone wide receivers. It's pathetic that he even thought this was a possibility. What is it about them? Stop this. At least DeSean Jackson last year had a torn abdomen. You understand what I'm saying? And needed to elect to have surgery and stuff like that. This year, it's just a strained hamstring. A strained hamstring keeps you out the whole season? Bro, if you're 34 years old and you're missing entire seasons with a strained hamstring, give it up. Retire, please. You can't do it anymore. Let it go. It is what it is. This game is very strenuous on the body. 34-year-olds, unless you're LeBron James, usually don't hold up that well when trying to stop and start and plant and run and jump in these things, bro. Give it up. Just retire. Alshon Jeffery, foot injury. Okay, his foot injury's better, but now he's sick. Okay, now he's not sick anymore, but he still has a foot injury. What the fuck is going on here? I'm so sick of it. I can't wait until we don't talk about it anymore. I can't wait until we're just talking about young receivers and we're not talking about Alshon Jeffery and DeSean Jackson anymore. I can't wait. Reuben Frank had a pretty good article on NBC Sports, and I picked out a couple parts of it, and I want to talk about some of it here. Which one is it? Not that. That's the injured offensive line screen. There's the injury list. Oh, by the way, Darius Slay passed concussion protocol, so he's good to go on Sunday. Thank the football gods. We have Darius Slay. Here's a good one. Check it out, man. Where's he at? Since rejoining the Eagles before last season, DeSean Jackson has earned $7.17 million in signing bonuses, a $2 million option bonus, $1.03 million in 2019 base salary, $2.189 million in 2020 base salary, $800,000 in workout bonuses. I don't even know what the fuck that means. $150,000 in roster bonuses. I don't know what the fuck that means either. What's a roster bonus? You're injured. Hey, bro, you're injured again? Oh, here's a bonus for being on the roster. What the hell? That's $13.34 million with another $4 million in base salary due the rest of this year. $364,706 a week for the next 11 weeks. And he has caught 19 passes in 2 years. Enough. He's missed 17 out of a possible 23 games. This is just as much of a disaster as I thought it would be. When we saw him, he couldn't stay healthy in Tampa Bay. When we signed him again, a lot of people, including myself, were saying, what the hell are you doing? This dude's never healthy, and look what we have for 2 years. Can't even get on the field. It's disgraceful. It really is. It's not his fault. He's injured. It's Howie Roseman's fault. Stop hoping these guys are going to play. Alshon Jeffery made $10 million in the last year and a half to exercise the NovaCare complex. Basically. I mean, it's just crazy. All right, let's get into the Eagles news before the Eagles and Baltimore Ravens game. Pryor is ruled out with COVID-19, but he didn't test positive for COVID-19. What does that mean? He came in close contact with somebody who tested positive with COVID-19, so he's out for the game. A right guard that played pretty okay for being a young, inexperienced guard. And we're thinking, hey, maybe we're inching forward to having a new and improved, younger, healthier offensive line. And now we lose one of these guys to the COVID-19, and he didn't even have COVID-19. I don't know what I'm more sick of, the Eagles wide receiver situation or COVID-19. I mean, the answer to that is COVID-19. It's ruined people's lives. It's just, I'm so ready for it to be over. I will wear a mask for the rest of my life if you just let us go back to normal, please. I will literally wear a mask everywhere for the rest of my life if you just let us go back to normal. I'm in Pennsylvania. You can't even sit at a bar yet still. You can't sit at a bar in Pennsylvania. We can have 7,000 fans in the Eagles Stadium, but I can't go sit at a bar and watch the freaking game down the street from my house. I'm so sick of the crap, man. This is the Eagles' 5th different offensive line in 6 weeks. How are you supposed to get any chemistry? How are these guys supposed to get any kind of rhythm going, any kind of cohesion? How is Carson Wentz supposed to get used to the offensive line when he constantly has a new one? It's a disaster. And everybody coming at Carson Wentz this year, he's not good anymore. He was never good. He's not the guy. Put in Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz sucks. You don't understand how a football team works. Perfect example, Ryan Tannehill sucked fucking butt in Miami. He goes to a different team that has a strong offensive line and a dominant running game, and look at him now. The system makes the quarterback in the NFL. The system breaks the quarterback in the NFL. There's a lot of guys who could have won Super Bowls, who could have been Hall of Famers, who just never got lucky, who just never ended up in a system that amplified their play. You know, they ended up in a system that made them look like crap for 3 or 4 years. And then they were done. Colt McCoy type of players. You understand what I'm saying? The system is everything. Avonte Maddox misses his 3rd week with an ankle injury, which means he could have also been placed on IR. Is this the Sixers medical staff? It has to be the same. It has to be. Marcus Epps is ruled out. Good. The guy stinks. I don't have anything else to say about Marcus Epps. The guy stinks. Get him out of here. Are we going to see Kavon Wallace, the bruiser, the physical safety that we drafted out of Clemson? Are we going to see him? Are we going to see Will Parks? Are we going to see a combination of the two? All I know is I want to see guys that give 110% effort, that put their body on the line, that make physical football plays to stop guys from, scoring 4 touchdowns like Chase Claypool. You understand? That's what I want to see. I want to see young, hungry, physical players. That's what I want to see, man. Another thing from that Reuben Frank article, he talked about how the Eagles released Tuhill, the offensive lineman, or defensive end, to keep Vinny Curry. And it's just another pathetic thing that this team did. Because Tuhill was 23 years old. We tried to release him so we could put him on the practice squad, and the Washington football team picked him up before we could do that. Are you guys kidding me? So you just released a 32-year-old defensive lineman to keep you just released a 23-year-old defensive lineman, to keep a 32-year-old defensive lineman, who's, by the way, the 5th defensive lineman. So Vinny Curry probably wasn't even going to play that much this year. And you could have kept a young draft pick, but you released him. Now you lost him for a 32-year-old Vinny Curry, who's, guess what? Injured. I'm so over the dysfunction in these franchises. I am so over it. We got the, where's that Miles Sanders screen at? F me, I didn't save it. Who else is out? Marcus Epps, Avonte Maddox, Matt Pryor, Lane Johnson, Alshon, Jeffery, DeSean Jackson. All right. Another thing from that Reuben Frank article, Miles Sanders versus LaShawn McCoy. It was interesting because we don't even realize how good Miles Sanders is and how he's been underutilized by Doug Peterson this season so far. And still, in his first 20 games, he has more rushing yards and more touchdowns than LaShawn McCoy had in his first 20 games. Do we have a new LaShawn McCoy? Is Miles Sanders the next LaShawn McCoy? Is Miles Sanders a top 5 running back in the NFL? Is Miles Sanders the future? You guys let me know in the comments. I just feel like when we talked about LaShawn McCoy all the time, we talked about how great he was. He was the best running back in the league for a couple years. He was the best Eagles running back of all time, maybe. We talked about him so highly. He was a certified stud. Do we talk about Miles Sanders the same way? And if not, why not? I don't feel like I hear people talk about Miles Sanders the way we used to talk about LaShawn McCoy. And we need to start doing it because he's outperforming those numbers. Miles Sanders could become the greatest Eagles running back ever over the course of the next 6-7 years if he's used correctly by Doug Peterson, if he stops finishing games with 11 carries, if he gets more involved in the passing game, which we haven't seen so far, and I don't understand why. Somebody explain to me why. Where are the screens? I used to call Doug Peterson Doug Screenerson. He ran so many screens, I was sick to my stomach watching it. And now all of a sudden, he doesn't run screens at all. Where is the Miles Sanders screen? Where's the Miles Sanders corner over the middle? Where's the Miles Sanders in the flat? Get him involved, Doug. One of the first YouTube videos I ever put out was me predicting that Miles Sanders was going to be better than Jordan Matthews when we drafted him because I watched the kid play at Penn State. I watched his bam, bam, bam juke moves. I watched his big play potential, taking plays that looked like they were about to be 5-yard losses and turning them into 75-yard touchdowns. I watched that kid at Penn State shine. The one chance that he got when the Giants running back finally went to the NFL. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. I need to drink more coffee. But anyway, yeah, I put out a video saying Miles Sanders is going to be better than Jordan Matthews. When they were coming into that season, when we traded for Jordan Matthews, now, they were a great 1-2 punch. They were a great thunder and lightning. And I don't know why we let Jordan Matthews walk. But I got ripped on that video because nobody seemed to know about Miles Sanders. I got ripped on that video. I got destroyed on that video for saying Miles Sanders is better than Jordan Matthews. Are you kidding me? I even got ripped by Jordan Matthews' brother on that video. And guess what? I don't like to toot my own horn here. But a lot of stuff that I say that people initially disagree with seems to come to fruition. I'm not sitting up here saying I know everything, but I kind of know what I'm talking about. I was out here screaming Ben Simmons is not a point guard, getting ripped for that. And then Brett Brown finally puts Shake Milton at point guard and moves Ben Simmons to the power forward because he's not a point guard. He's a point forward who can run in transition. People don't seem to understand that. People don't seem to understand a lot of things. And I say, hey, just wait. Just wait a couple months and you'll see. And you'll see. Go ahead and give me your score predictions in the comments for the Eagles-Ravens game. I got a weird feeling. About this. I have a weird feeling. Call me crazy. But I feel like Carson Wentz has been progressing week after week after week. I feel like the team has been slowly progressing. It's the first time since 1988 that the team has scored more points in each week. They started out first game, they scored 17, then they scored 19, then they scored 20, then they scored 29 last week. The team offensively has been progressing. Defensively, I don't know. It's going to have to be a shootout if we have any chance at touching this Baltimore Ravens team. But if we can force some turnovers on defense and capitalize on those turnovers. We forced turnovers last week. We didn't capitalize. We forced some turnovers and capitalize. We can win this game. I even put my money where my mouth is. I put $20 on the Eagles on Fox Bet. I took a couple others in a parlay. But I put my money where my mouth is. I got a weird feeling about this game. I think the Eagles have been progressing each week. And this could be the week where Carson Wentz shines. And the Eagles beat the Baltimore Ravens in a shootout. 41-38. That's my score prediction. You guys give me your score predictions in the comments. Don't forget to write down that phone number so you can call into the show live on Monday with me and Philly Mike. That's all I got for you guys today, man. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back, home of the most brutally honest Philly sports takes on YouTube. Some people don't like it, but it's because some people don't like the truth. Hit the like button if you like the truth. Hit the dislike button if you enjoy lying to yourself. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. I give you these podcast episodes every single day for free. I want my subscription. Have a great day.